LG, we are back to so we killed the main characters that we needed to do for the end of the story for Naoe and Yasuke, with Nuno Caro being the last. Yasuke. This mission I'm doing now is just a side quest, it's not, but we've got to do we didn't get the in-game credits and it was a little bit confusing, so there's a bunch of missions we need to do. There's we need to do a mission to do with Naoe for her storyline, and we need to do the quest from Junjiro to get the epilogue ending. So that's what we're going to do. Whether this will happen in this video, maybe maybe one or two, maybe this and another, I'm not sure. See.
Goodbye, Godai Shinobi. I should return to Shote. Godai of Earth. That is not how you serve the people.
So, just finishing off a Godai's wind, water, earth, etc. Okay, so got a couple of mastery points. Didn't use the katana much. How much have I got? 4 points. Yeah. Okay. So, Secrets of the Blade. Now, I think, say, there's one I'm a little bit unsure of, but why that's pulsing. So yeah, I think we've got to do these. I was going to do this one. We were doing this at the end of one of the other videos about getting her to join. Could do that. It's not related to the end credits though. And then we've got to do these, I believe. And maybe these ones up here. Naoe's journey thing I did, it was just this stuff, so did one of these. Because we did Yasuke stuff and we finished off the Templar thing. And we've done the main targets. So let's do these. Find clues about the Kakushiba Iki. They're in Yamato, they're southwest of the Katsuragi. Katsuragi, they're in still haven't done all the travel points yet. Oh, that's right, we came here, didn't we? And I couldn't find a way up the pass. Up the pass. We come here then. Go across. I think I spent those points already that we got. Or was it? Sometimes it's delayed telling you. Yeah. Points. Yeah, I was doing these or something and I couldn't get to this location and we gave up and switched to a different mission. Mark that, but it's going to be at the same place.
Easy.
I think, what are we on, episode 53 or 54 or something like that? I was going to try and get it done in 50 episodes, so I've started to make the last ones a little bit longer. We've mostly stuck to the main story. It's actually quite hard riding through the forest on a horse in this game. So dense. We're back here again, aren't we? Remember, I kind of think I come up here maybe. There's a... whether we can climb it. Tree connected there, whether I can get across. I don't know why they made it so difficult to climb some of the slopes here, because it's not like an area you can't go to in it. Check if I can't go up this bit. Oh. Swing thing there. I'm gonna use my grapple, but there's like a single way in and out of this place, and I haven't found it yet. This then starts to drop away. We tried coming up here or something, and then we got stuck there. Hey Boxing, hey there. Afternoon to you. So I'm gonna have to edit this. It takes me 45 minutes to find a way up to the top of this thing now. I can get up there, I can climb that tree, and then I can... out of the bloody hail. Come on. Oh, come on, give me something to cling on to. Son of a bitch. Climb anyway. Kind of silly really, because you think of all the climbing thing you do and it's like, no, I can't get up this last 2 feet. So I still don't know how to get into this flipping place. Ridiculous. Oh god. Oh, game says no. So we had one similar to this, and the other one there was just like some special crack in the wall and a certain path, but this place is so like massive. Like it's got this ridge all the way around it, and I can't find a way to get up any of it. I can't tilt the map, so you'd think there'd be a way up here, but that slope that's not won't let you go up there. We'll jog around. There's that. You think you made it, but I don't think we can get up there. Let's try. One of these assassin hideout things. Right? Like even that little bank, it just won't let me. As I climb on it, it's just like, no, you'll slide. We did that. We jumped down here or something, and there was no way. Gonna slide. I mean, if you ever have to come, oh, we've got a flash up here. We've done it. Loot this.
A new lesson.
I need to do the travel point here if I can. So I don't have to. If I miss something, I'll have to come back. So good moving around as Naoe. It's very fluid, very smooth, apart from when you're sliding on banks. Have you been able to get any more of Origins done boxing? They do take some time, although it's not as big as Odyssey or Valor. They're like probably twice as big. Right, so there's more stuff here. Kind of saying it's there-ish. Here's the side. Oh. Just check. Find clues. So I've got to find.
Hide in plain sight. Maybe that's why our blade retracts. To be hidden even when visible. A letter from Tsuyu.
Okay, that's done it then.
Someone displeased my mother. They always said I had her fire.
Yeah, because we still haven't learnt a bit more about her mother yet in the...
I wonder what that's about.
Okay, so that one's done then. So... thinking which of the two to do. I think this one sounds less important than that one. But I wouldn't mind doing this though. We've got quite a few things down here that we didn't do. Where's this mission though? This mission is in down here. East of the trails, near the coast. Done a lot down here. I don't know where the trails are. CG. Oh look, there's the trails. They're east of the trails, so that's right out here then. Right, they're near the coast. So probably somewhere around there. We'll need to get over there then, but I don't really have... Okay. See if we can do this travel anyway, because we're kind of there. That was a lot more difficult getting to that place than it should have been. kind of slow running through the snow. So I wonder in Hex 8 whether they're going to do dynamic seasons changing like they did in this. I mean, it's also tied into the scouts and stuff in this game, but you could still have... Because like Valhalla and other games that had weather, it was always like a region. You'd go to a region and it would have that weather. It's a Yasuke thing. Thing is, I need to go up there. Shouldn't have come down this bit. I think. Oh god, I'm stuck on a branch. Bit of AC and a cup of tea. Right, so I mean, I've got lots to do, travel things. Doing castles though, these ones are a lot easier to get to because they're just out in the wilderness. I need to come over here though, but I've got nothing near. I'm as near as anything. I mean, technically if I come here it's probably a bit nearer. Not by much, is it? Maybe we'll come across here, do this, and we'll get on the horse, just go across quickly.
Hold on.
Bit of a cliff.
Easy.
Do this camp.
Something's over there. What was that sound?
I wanted to do more on the hideout and stuff, but I'm not.
Less trouble if I stay out of sight.
I mean, it's series isn't getting a lot of views, so I don't think I've had really hardly any comments at all on the YouTube 50 videos, but they're all there in 1440p and stuff. But there's quite a lot of stuff that's non.
I am not afraid.
A lot of stuff that's non-side quest stuff, and also like the hideout building and points and stuff. You still need to get quite a lot of credits. Ow. Pokey stick. Okay, that's done then. Did I collect the... these? I think I did. It's a shame. Could have waited. Okay, so... heading down this way then. Map-wise, I mean, I think I've been to every region. But the white stuff, like this, I haven't been to. So, there's quite a bit. Probably like 30% of the map or something. But there's nothing, like, unless there's a quest there or a temple or something like that. So, out in the wilderness and stuff, in this game, there isn't... You know, so there's no hunting or something. The only things you get, there's a couple of the drawing things. You know, obviously there's stuff here, but I mean, I've still got quite a few sync points to do, but then there's a lot of side quest stuff I've not done. Most of the stuff that I haven't been to is in some of the higher regions that's got side quest stuff. So a lot of these black markers and stuff are side quest stuff. But all the main stuff really is here, up in Eager. But it's not really about the map in this game, I think. It's about these things. It's, you know, you've got this stuff, the Naoe stuff, and the Yasuke stuff is the main sort of story quest stuff, and then all this stuff is sort of targets that are side quest stuff. Some of them quite easy to do, just go up to them and kill them and have you, and then these ones are ones that gave you quests to do, so sometimes when you've done the quest you go back to these people. Like this guy I've done, like he wanted us to kill 100 peasants or something. Not peasants, bandits. And then this mission with this guy Raffinia, this was an added quest that they added in late 25 or 26. It wasn't in the game when it was released. So it has its own little, not quite a DLC, it's like a sort of 2-3 hour sort of quest line. Remember watching some stuff about it. But yeah, I mean, I don't really get many people live watching it and stuff, and it's not doing too well on the YouTube and stuff, and that's half to do with my channel. But really, I'm just trying to get the main story done. I mean, we have done the main story, killed the main character stuff. We haven't got the rolling credits, which confused me. Got to get up there, but it's because, yeah, there's a set of prerequisite missions to do with background and past and her family. And until you've done those, you don't get the rolling credits of the story game. Because I killed some of the main characters, which are essentially the end of the game, and nothing happened, and I was like, oh, so is there more, is there more? And it's because I haven't done a Jinjiro mission and finished off some stuff with Naoe, and then there's a cutscene where they're all standing on the edge of a cliff or something, and you get some cutscene stuff in the credits. So that's what we're going to try and do, but depending how long these other missions are. Another area here that I can't climb. Just have to go round it. Back here. There's another camp. Not sure I can get up here though. It's another one of those. No, we've decided to slide you. Trying to go up here, so I've got to go around. I'm not going to do this camp at the moment. I'm just
Step back now.
Often what I'll do with an Assassin's Creed game that I'm sort of streaming the videos is I'll play the game, do the main story, and you know, probably about 20-25% of side quests, maybe 40% in the natural course of things, and then you know, like if a DLC comes out, I'll sometimes come back a year later or something and do the DLC and some more side quest stuff, and then privately I'll probably not do it. Then I try and 100% complete all the missions and objectives and stuff, and then done with the game kind of thing. Cool. Okay, so we're still coming down, and I might as well come and do this one, and we've got to come over here, so it's this way. Yeah, it wasn't peasants, it was bandits. Dirty bandits that were raided. It was a farmer thing or something, and he said bandits were raiding his farms. So there's a bunch of characters in this game that sort of have missions like, oh, I need 10 paintings, or can you kill 100 guys, or can you collect teapots or something. And some of them are like, collect 3 teapots, you collect 3 teapots, then you go back there and they say, oh, can you collect 5 teapots? Then you collect 5, then 7 or something. Get them done. They're just side quest stuff, but come on, horse riding. Kukurega, how much money have I got? Probably not, I never have much. Keep spending on Kukuregas, but they make travel points and everything. Got 3,000, but once you've discovered them like this, you can buy them at any point. And then they're fast travel points, and also you can rearm and all that stuff. They're kind of like some of the assassin outpost things, but they're not really tied to assassins in this game. It's more to do with the Japanese Kukuregas. And I'm still heading the right way. I won't do those. We'll keep making a bead to get to this mission. Just have to enjoy the journey. This question mark uncovered, so we know what it is, unless it's a praying shrine or something.
Step no closer, stranger. I am no imposter.
Oh, it's a trail and a side quest thing. Right, now this... Whether we're gonna get another mountain range here, aren't we?
I don't want to get any closer.
Yup.
Yeah, I mean, that's easy to do that in a lot of these games, boxing. I mean, it's, I mean, I wouldn't say just avoid them always, and you, like, because, like, if there's a side quest and it's right next to them, but I would try and stick to the main stories, because that will give you the most enjoyment of the game. And so you feel like you've done the game and you completed it and that you understood the story. And with Assassin's Creed games, it's fairly important to do the modern day stuff as well. that's in a lot of the Assassin's Creed games. Is this a praying one or a... Well, it's actually not a... But, I mean, I'm doing these because I have to go the direction I'm going, and I might as well do these. But if I come back and do some side quests and do map completions, like if you've got all the travel things done, or, you know, 90% of them, it's a lot easier to go back and fill in, you know, side quest stuff and things if you're, you know, a completionist and stuff. But I often do, as I say, 20-30% of side quests and the main story, and then I often uninstall the game, and then if there's an interesting DLC or some updates, I'll come back. But obviously I didn't get this game on release, so I only got it in March, and as a present to myself. So I enjoyed Mirage a lot, wanted to get this, and it was cheap money. So I think the Steam sale is soon. It's I'm sure it's in June. It's not far, is it? Let me just put Steam summer sale, and I would always check the key sites because they'll like middle of June or something. Sometimes it's July. So it starts June 25th. June 25th to July 9th. This year. So yeah, 3 weeks time or so. Okay, so we've done that. So we're still going to keep going the direction we're going. I'll mark that, but I haven't got scouts at the moment. I've had no fast travels out here, so we've had to come out this way anyway. I'm trying to remember with Origins and stuff, because Origins has quite a linked up story, so you know, as you're leveling up you go to different regions of different powers and stuff. The camps and stuff can get quite repetitive because they're actually not that varied. Of course you've got some of the really big ones, and the way I would always play the games is I would get on the walls and clear it from the top down, so anybody up in towers and stuff, so I'd always take out the high people first, and then I'd pretty much clear out the camps. Some of them were really quite massive, like, you know, maybe 40 people in there, and you know, and then there's a chest or something that you need to get, so you don't necessarily have to kill everybody in the camp if it's really one of the big ones. But they do get quite samey and stuff in Origins and in Odyssey, the same, those sort of camps, so I would stick to the main quests and stuff, because if you do all of those too much, you're gonna go do lally. We've got a castle here. Fort. Well, I need to go over there, but I guess we go around it. I mean, the interior buildings in Mirage and the forts in this game are much more unique and feel less samey and designed slightly differently than what they did in Valhalla, Odyssey. Whoa, what's going on there? Gonna get dragged into this flipping castle. Glitch there, man. And the reason I would say stick to the main story is because as these games have got so much bigger and open world and stuff, it can ruin the story. You can go so long between the story and stuff. So you know the story is the main game. You're not doing anything wrong focusing on the main story and doing that. And it doesn't mean you can't just do some stuff on the side when you feel like it, but I feel that's the best way to play Assassin's Creed games. If you try and 100% complete everything at a time, you're going to have huge 10-20 hour bits between major story plot lines, and the pacing's going to be off, and you're going to be forgetting, like, who's this character again, why is this important and stuff. And then it kind of, you know, affects the game enjoyment, I think, if you do that. And that's why I would always stick to the main quest. But now in Origins, you've got you have a separate list of side quests and stuff, so it's quite easy to know what's the side quest. They kind of dumped that a little bit with Valhalla and since. So like you don't get a list of quests and side quests and stuff. So in Valhalla onwards, they sort of had interests in the world that had little stories and things. So they're sort of side quests, but they're not like a menu side quest item. They're not done the same way because people hated so much after Origins and Odyssey, the sort of just lists and lists of side quests. Even the term side quest is a bit, you know, like unfortunate. So, and what they tried to do, and I think it was the right thing for them to try to do, but it still, you know, can feel the same, whatever you call it, whatever is sort of these random encounters. But if it's got more of a story like, oh, help me, my father's ill, and I, you know, then you can get a little bit, and then it doesn't quite feel like it's a side quest. But if it's, hey, kill this guy, grab 5 bales of hay and do this and get some points, then that definitely feels like a side quest. But that's true of all games, isn't it? You know, how do you make a side quest and content without it feeling so much like it's a side quest? And games hide them and mask them and do various different things. But in the end of the day, they're still side quests. You know, it's all about how interesting you can make the world that people travel in. And I think, you know, The Witcher was some of the best at that, because you had such interesting characters and plot lines, even in sort of things that side quests didn't really feel like side quests. You were like, wow, I did this thing. You know, I found this ghost, and you know he'd been there 1,000 years, and it's because he lost his daughter's bracelet or something. And you have to find, you know, it just has such an interesting backline that you sort of think, wow, that's. So yeah, there's a few games companies, you know, maybe Rockstar and stuff like that have managed. It's really all, I guess, really all about writing and that's the problem with Ubisoft. I mean, they've created some of the best worlds and still some of the best games in my view and stuff, but because they expanded the world and stuff, then in some games they got a little bit lazy, you know. And if you look at the way Ubisoft was made up, and I mean it's lost like 1.4 billion or something in the last 18 months or something. But you know, they'd split the work up. They got so big so fast. Well, not maybe so fast, but so big that you know, you had Montreal and you had Paris and London and Asia, and you know, so you had all these huge companies, and each company would design games, and then somebody would go, oh well, I've got to design a game and I've got to come up with a new mechanic, but I can't use the last one because that was just in the last game, or somehow that studio's got a copyright on that mechanic and we can't use it, so we won't use it or something. So the way the users experience some of the games is they couldn't believe how different some of them were, but that was to do with the way the company was made up. And then when you're that big, where is my horseman? Come on. You know, and you've got to create the game with the content. So that's, in my view, why a lot of the Ubisoft games, and I love every Assassin's Creed game. I mean, love might be a bit of a strong word, but I like all of the Assassin's Creed games. And every game I have a different, well, you know, and I have favourites, like everybody does. Somebody said, well, I preferred that one to this one, and this one for me hit home more than that one, etc. But still, every single one of them would have these annoying bad habits. You'd be like, oh, in that game it was really, you know, like, so in Valhalla, I'll give you an example. The stacking stones quest things for points and stuff, just so annoying and so I mean, just every time I had to do one, it was like, are you kidding me? I don't want to do this. This is ridiculous. And then if they were voluntary for like points, you would just go, well, I'm just not going to do it because I hate it. And then there were other ones you have to do because it forced you to do them. And it's like, yeah, if you played the game 40, 60 hours, the last thing you want to do is freaking stack some stones that keep toppling over, and it's just like, you know, anybody who's done that knows exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, Skydream. Have I heard anything about the new DLC for The Witcher 3? No, I haven't. No. I haven't really been following Witcher stuff so much. I mean, obviously, pause. I was thinking of going back to Witcher 3, because it's another game I didn't finish off. But then I'm going to try and do all the stuff in Wildlands that I was doing last night. I've downloaded that again. We're about to finish this off, and I can clear this off my hard drive for a period until maybe I do the DLC. But I don't think there's any more DLC coming out for Shadows. They're bringing out a new DLC for 3, what, before 4? I mean, 4's probably not coming out until 28 or 29. I think it's still a couple of years away, really. But they've done a video, haven't they? And but yeah, I mean, so that's the thing with the Assassin's Creed games, is that there are moments or periods or certain game mechanics that you know, don't like, and in some cases just hate. But that still could be just 10 or 20% of that particular game, and the rest of it, you know, you loved or it was great. And again, I think a lot of that is to do with the way the company, Ubisoft isn't just one building with 1,000 people in it or something. It's all these different companies in different countries. And then, you know, I mean, the guy who made Black Flag and stuff, and, you know, I mean, he got fired eventually and stuff over, you know, sexual harassment stuff or whatever. And, you know, but he made great Assassin's Creed games, and since he got done, I mean, they really didn't do so well with Valhalla and stuff. But then a lot of people said Mirage was so good for what they did, and essentially Mirage was sort of meant to be a DLC and got turned into a mini game. But people saying the studio did such a good job, the one that they did that, and you'd have to Google. I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you said list studios for each Assassin's Creed game, you'll see how many different ones there were and offshoots and. But a lot of people were saying, well, if they could do that good a job with Mirage, that studio, why don't you give them the full shebang to do a whole new one? But they haven't, because Hexe is going back to I don't know, is it the Paris lot or look? And I don't, you know, I mean, Ubisoft has been sold now, so the Assassin's Creed and a couple of the main bits now belong to, is it 10 cents or I don't know who bought them. Somebody bought the rights to, like, they cherry picked, but then the rest of Ubisoft is kind of screwed because they've now been separated. But just like in life, you know, it's how a company and its culture is run and stuff that will make a good game or not. Yes, it's the people and the devs that make them, but ultimately, you know, the future of games companies and things is really created and sustained by the corporate culture, and it has to be a certain thing, because most of them lose the plot. Because I think they've already changed the lead for Hexe's changed twice. They had somebody who left, and then Assassin's Creed Hexe creative director quits for the second. So Jean Jean Gasadon, creative director of Sasakri Black Flag and Origins, is taken over now as creative director on upcoming codename Hexe. I mean, that's good because he was Black Flag and Origins. I'm not sure he's the creative director though, because the other guy was that got dismissed. Well, I suppose creative director, because I get confused with the. Anyway, they've lost 2 directors at Hexe. Benoit Richer left Ubisoft to co-found something else. You know, and that's, I mean, people that are quite rich and quite talented and stuff, if they don't find the corporate, then they leave the company and go form their own companies or join other ones or something. But, you know, I think Ubisoft games and Assassin's Creed, I mean, you could study it as a thesis at university or something. I mean, it's got all the... Find it listed now. I had a feeling it was the French one though that did Unity or something, but I'll have to look it up another time. Yeah, well, Odyssey and Valhalla are like twice the size of Origins, and just got blown. It doesn't mean they're not good games. Odyssey was a good game, wasn't a great Assassin's Creed game. You know, it had ship battle. I don't know where I'm going now. I'm getting distracted. I need to find this mission. Got only friggin' scouts to select it. They're in Kai. They're east of the trails. They're near the coast. So I think maybe they're here, but... But you know, if you can get if you like the games and you've got the money, especially in sales and things like that,
This feels familiar. Kakushiba Ikki territory.
then just get them and play them and stuff. As I say, every one of them is brilliant in, say, 3 out of 5 aspects, and then there's 2 others that you just think, oh well, this is too long. Okay. Be why they've not allowed other ways in. God, I've got a chain swing. Yeah, Tarzan. I think I'll just go through this tonight. Okay, now. Oh, down here. I think the mission itself should say, you know, complete the quest, complete the task 2. It doesn't tell you that, so I didn't realise. So, anyway. Oh god, what's happened? Oh no, I messed up. There's a thing there that I need to swing to using my grapple, but it didn't. There we go. Yeah, my mum had a lift in this place, Paul, that broke down, and they didn't do anything to fix it for 3 months. So my mum going out, getting shopping, Tesco, and they had to use one Stena lift chair for like 3 months. Part had to come from Italy or something, you know, but, you know, only takes a day to ship something from Italy or something, but... And then the whole development's got to pay about 12 grand or something to have it fixed, and no assurance then, you know, they'll get a 12-month warranty on the part or something, but then, you know, and those things are sold as a benefit when you move in, but then they just become a liability later on. I don't recommend those places really. They're just ways to rip old people off of their money. I mean, there's still a lot of benefits. You know, that they don't have to do gardening, and you know, things get fixed and snow gets shoveled and things like that. But again, it's not free. They're paying for it, so. I think the opposite, Sky. I don't like flats or something at all. Flats, you constantly have noises and disruption from other people. Somebody else has a fire in a block of flats and you lose your property. I mean, I've been in flats and stuff like that, but if you can afford it, it's always better to get your own place.
Takes a lot to get all the way up here. I'll hang your corpse somewhere special. Lord Nobunaga! Death to Igans! And on and on and on!
Oh god, this is not allowing me to use my other weapon, is it? What is? Oh, this guy's actually quite tough. He's got a big long... I also don't want to fall off after getting up here. A lot of flats also you don't also own, you only own a lease rather than a, you know, a freehold, so you can get some flats that are freeholds, but... Oh god. Oh god. But let's face it, in most countries they don't make it particularly very easy for people to have their own slice of life and set down roots and stuff. Oops. Oh, oh. No! Oh, I hope that puts me back at that same place. That's not good. I'm gonna have to edit out about an hour of this video. Getting lost in the wilderness trying to get here. Okay. Right, let's see if I can assassinate him, because that would be better. Get behind him though. It might not be possible because it's a scripted. Oh, okay.
That man was deranged. How long has he been out here hunting people? How long has he been alone? And he said, for Lord Nobunaga. Another Yamabushi imposter with that name on his breath. We are the shadows who serve the light. This must have been their creed. It feels true to our league too. Yasuke would like it. This letter speaks of my mother. My mother was a master shinobi, and her students respected her. I guess she was recruiting in this region. That's the last outpost. The Kakushiba Ikki live on. I wish I could tell them.
Finally. Right, so we got another one of these to do, but I guess now we know we probably have to do the trail. Why not get the trail marked as complete? Oh, that's done the chest. Yeah. No other way to get here apart from doing that.
There it is. The Shogun told the truth.
So a lot of things that have happened in the world and stuff have happened because it's self-inflicted, you know, in culture. Got a thing here I need to do. Yeah, let's push this 40-ton stone. Yeah.
Enough, Naoe. Stop.
It would go if you can do anything that you actually enjoy doing and get paid what you feel is enough, then that's always good.
Think. Feel. Let it all pass through you. Clear your mind. Mushin.
You're alive. Rest, my plum. I've got you.
The box. I couldn't stop him.
The fault is mine. It was my oath, and I failed. I kept so many secrets for so long, never knowing if I should reveal them. Your mother left me with a heavy burden. To protect the box and to raise you, I did not want to put that burden on your shoulders.
The box.
One of 3 Imperial regalia. The jewel.
The darn boxes.
They are the sacred heart of our country. Treasures the Emperor entrusted the Kakushiba Ikki to protect. But that was long ago. Back when we met Tsuyu.
My mother.
This is important, this
She
stuff.
was the apprentice of a Nama stranger. She followed this foreign creed of assassins. They came to Iga seeking help from Momochi Sandayu. They said the balance of the world was at risk. So you stayed with us in Iga. Became a student of Sandayu, as Hanzo and I were. But soon, the student became the master. We all swore upon her creed, an oath. The creed I should have taught you. You are so much like your mother. I was afraid that if you knew, you would suffer the same fate. It was my oath to the creed to protect the jewel. I loved her. And when you came, you were our jewel. We loved you so much. For a few years, we prospered. The regalia were safely hidden in Setsu. Our league grew. Our enemies faded. We were foolish to let our guard down. A new foe rose from the shadows. I stayed in Iga with you while the league was slaughtered. The regalia stolen. Only Sandai, Tsuyu, and Hanzo survived. Tsuyu returned in the night with the jewel. She made me swear to protect it and entrusted me alone. She promised me she would return with the other regalia. But she never did. When Sandayu returned, he told me Tsuyu had died. It shattered my soul. I hid the jewel in the Kofun and kept her secret. The League died with her. I swore to myself to never let anything happen to you, our jewel. And every night, for years, I played her favorite song. And then, one night, across the valley, I heard someone playing the song back to me. I ran towards the source, but she was gone. I know it was her. And so, I kept playing her song every night to let her know the jewel was safe and that you were all right. Now, she might be alive. We must find her. If we can just reach Tomiko's, there is hope. She will help us.
I remember now. I remember it all. Chichiwe, why did you carry that burden by yourself? You weren't alone. I was right there. You weren't alone. Their song. He was calling to her. Tsuyu. Mother.
With a face mask on. How does it actually do that?
I can't believe that worked. I wonder
Neither
if
can
my
I.
father knew of this place, knew where these stairs lead.
Find what lies within the ruins. Meaning of the blade. Yeah, so we've got to do this mission to get the end credits along with another one that's to do with Janjiro. But we'll do that in the next video. I'm going to end this here, have some lunch. It's got late and I've not eaten. I'll be back with more of this probably after lunch because I think I've probably maybe got an hour, hour and a half story mission stuff to do to get the credits. We ended up chatting about a lot of other stuff today, so I've got sort of sidetracked. Got on my horse. I will try and edit this video down just so we can go from mission to mission a bit, keep that a bit more streamlined. Yeah, So this is going to be like a green thing like the other ones that we did. Cool, I'll leave it there. We'll carry on. Start the next video, we can go down there, have a check it out.